Shonen is probably the most popular and accessible genre of anime, and that's largely because you turn on any episode and watch a bunch of flashing lights while one buff dude punches another buff dude. Can it be trashy? Hell yeah, but it's definitely insanely fun to watch, and that's probably why so many people flock to these series. At the same time, it takes great writing to keep viewers interested over a long period of time. And over the past 5 years, it's pretty easy to see that two shows have sparked way more interest than any others in the genre. The first, which you could probably guess, is My Hero Academia, and the other is the more recent Demon Slayer. But of these two superstars, which is better? Let's start with My Hero Academia, the anime equivalent of the X-Men, focusing on Izuku Midoriya as he trains to become the world's greatest hero. Watching this show, it's pretty easy to see what made it so popular. It has a ton of great things going for it. The main cast of characters, while centered on Midoriya, expands out to include the entire class of 20 students, a slew of pro heroes, and some amazing villains. And this is definitely one of the stronger things the show has going for it. Midoriya and Bakugo make for a pretty solid core rivalry, however, they are often better characters on their own. Midoriya's hopefulness and growth playing against Bakugo being this icon of natural talent who also works hard makes for this great dynamic that is blanketed on the series, even when it isn't the direct focus. Mentor characters like Aizawa and All Might also give off this kind of feeling. Aizawa has this dry, blunt, and straightforward approach to teaching, while All Might tends to be way more high energy. You always have a balance in this show, and this extends to having all these fantastic heroes being counteracted by these amazing villains. Stain, Shigaraki, especially in the manga, Dabi twice, and so many more have become fan favorites who all have their own unique stances and storytellings. The main two that we've seen, Shigaraki and Stain, both aim to shake up society, but go about it in starkly different ways. Stain wants to improve society by making more pure heroes, while Shigaraki wants to eliminate heroes altogether. The show is all about seeing every angle and perspective of the world, and it makes everything about the society of My Hero Academia feel more immersive and real. And all of this combines to make a really solid show that just doesn't hold up to Demon Slayer. I can already see the hate comments coming in. For those of you who haven't watched Demon Slayer or Kimetsu no Yaiba, it is a show about Tanjiro's mission to become a demon slayer in order to find a cure for his sister who has become a demon herself. So what makes this show so special? First off, it's fucking gorgeous. Ufotable makes these amazing scenes just stay in your mind. Giga compared them to paintings in motion, and I honestly could not agree more. And don't get me wrong, My Hero Academia has great visual moments too, but I wouldn't exactly say that it has great fights. There are a couple good ones in the first season, however, especially in the second and third season, they are just so disappointing. Like, what are the big fights in MHA? All Might versus All for One, Bakugo versus Midoriya, and Midoriya versus Muscular. Do you know what all these fights have in common? They literally have seconds of actions followed by one flashing moment. Let's be real, what happened in All for One versus All Might? They basically talked at each other really meanly. All for One used air blasts, which is the lamest of all blasts, and then they punch each other 2 times before All Might does a Saitama impression and ends the fight. Like, the fights just have so little motion, and they play off these big moments to make up for it. Now compare that to Demon Slayer. 2 of my personal favorite moments are the Arrow Demon fight and the Rui fight. The Arrow Demon is probably one of the most amazing fights in anime in terms of color and motion. You have these bright red arrows flying around the shot that just pop off the screen as Tanjiro makes these beautiful slashes of water. They use the entire environment from the trees, the walls, to the goddamn sky, and it isn't just one quick slash to finish it. Tanjiro has to combine several techniques and grow to win the fight. It isn't just him yelling 1,000,000% though. It's him thinking things out, planning and adapting to the fight in motion. And the Rui fight, I mean, you've seen it. It's the single most beautiful fight in anime this year easily. The way they use color, emotion, backstory, character evolution, and even fear to create this scene, like holy shit. And that doesn't even mention the music. Demon Slayer doesn't just throw "You Say Run" or "You Say Run," but in a minor key on every scene. They add new music all the time that is specifically suited to each situation, and it goes a long way. So what about the characters? Like I said, the cast of MHA is one of the best things the show has going for it, but it also is kind of its weak spot. Like I said, there are 20 people in Class A, some memorable people in Class B, the support class, plus a whole association of pro heroes, plus a whole league of villains. Now let's even just narrow it down to Class A. 20 students, right? Look how many just don't matter. There's so many characters in this show that you can't possibly keep an interest in all of them. Which is where Demon Slayer comes in, with a core cast of 4 characters being the pure-hearted Tanjiro, the rash Inosuke, Thunder Pussy himself, and Nezuko, the holiest of all anime little sisters. Now, up until recently, I would have said My Hero Academia at least had better waifus, but
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
even when we look at the actual plot and pacing of the shows, My Hero Academia is fine. The story of Deku learning to use One for All is cool, and like I said, the theme of balance is sweet, but goddamn the pacing. We get like 1/3 of each season being about action, and like 500 fucking episodes of these training sessions and decorating their dorm rooms and all that nonsense. And I'm a Chad, I usually love training arcs, but not for MHA. I think a lot of it has to do with me not loving the characters. It's weird, there's nothing inherently wrong with them, but I just don't love any of them. Which makes the slower moments feel super slow to me. Other series can get away with being slow, like One Piece, a show that can be really slow and has a billion characters, but because the entire main crew are absolutely amazing, every time they interact, no matter how insignificant, they keep my interest. Whereas Demon Slayer has basically not stopped since the action picked up. Sometimes this could be a flaw, but the way Demon Slayer blends action, backstories, emotion, character development, and all the important elements needed to make a good shonen without slowing down is absolutely beautiful. And it has solid characters. By the way, I've read the manga for both series, so I can tell you for a fact that while both of these get really amazing, Demon Slayer continues to blow My Hero Academia out of the water. I was really into MHA for the first season, but my interest continued to disappear. All in all, both shows are fun and better than average, but Demon Slayer just comes together in such a more complete and clean way, from art to music to the way the emotion is used to make the scenes just so much more impactful. It's a super easy decision for me. Demon Slayer has far surpassed My Hero Academia. Oh, and have you seen Nezuko and Shinobu? GG no Re! I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, definitely subscribe for more. But anyway, I have a little treat for you guys. Briggs Q is back, baby. Let's get it. Hey, what's up everybody? It's been way too long since I've done a hashtag Briggs Q, YouTube's favorite Q&A series if you didn't already know. Feels good to say that again. Anyway, I'm excited to start doing this again. The entire reason I did Briggs Q in the first place was because my videos are very scripted and highly edited. I want you guys to get to know the real Briggs behind the all-day anime. And, you know, the extra watch time helps a lot too. But anyway, let's jump into the actual Briggs Q. I posted on Twitter to ask me anything, and I'm gonna be going through your replies now. However, for future hashtag Briggs Qs, which will continue to be at the end of most of my videos, all you have to do is comment down below hashtag BriggsQ and ask me anything, and it might just be in my next video. But without any more delay, let's actually jump into the Briggs Q. I've said Briggs Q way too many times right now. Let's just get into it. How many anime intros / outros are in my workout playlist, and which ones? I make a really long playlist for my streams and for when I work out, so there's way too many to go through and actually recommend to you. Definitely over 50 at a bare minimum. But I would recommend Fly High from Haikyuu, amazing opening. I really like the Code Geass opening, the Hajime no Ippo opening, the Berserk 97 opening, Kenichi opening always gets me pumped up, but I probably have a bit of a bias in that situation for sure. What else? Dorororo, new OP, fantastic. And that's the proper way to pronounce Dorororo, trust me. Favorite Vongola family member besides Lambo, the boxing guy, don't remember his name. Give up beer pong or give up volleyball? Although I love beer pong, I'd probably give up beer pong just because I play it way less than volleyball. I play volleyball throughout the entire summer in beach volleyball, and then during the year I either do intramurals with my school, or I'll do like a league during the year, or I'm planning to do a league during the year. I love volleyball, I play it all the time. I couldn't give it up for the 1-2 times a year that I actually play beer pong in a tournament or at a party or whatever. And at parties I feel like I don't even enjoy beer pong anyway. I just fucking slap everyone. Easy. I almost have to like hold back. I can't use all, like, I'm only like using 20% of my full power. This isn't even my final form type of thing. How did I meet Nux Taku and Anime Uproar, and how did we become friends? It's so crazy how like little coincidences like could potentially change your life. I wouldn't be in Rant Cafe right now if I wasn't watching, I think it was Simply Rose's stream or another anime YouTuber stream, and Anime Uproar was in the comments. Me and him were chatting, having a good time, like talking to each other, and he invited me on his podcast, and it was like the first or second official episode of the podcast. He had already done like a episode 0 like test run. I think I was on the first official one actually, and then we became friends, and I had kind of been on Rant Cafe off and on ever since, and then it became more of an official podcast with me, Animac, and Nux. I actually introduced Nux to Animac, aka Anime Uproar. I've been a fan of Nux Taku's since he's had like 4,000 subscribers. He's at like 700k now, which is absolutely insane. And I just remember I used to comment on all his videos. We got to know each other a little bit. And then I noticed him in the chat watching Rant Cafe. So I'm like, we gotta invite this guy on. He's an absolute mad lad. And then it eventually became, we became like the trio behind Rant Cafe every Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today at 4 actually. I'll link it all down below. We have a YouTube channel, Spotify, Twitch, all the things. What 2 main characters would you want to switch in anime? I don't even know what that means. Do you want Classroom of the Elite Season 2? I watched like 5 episodes of it, and then stopped watching it, so I guess no. I wouldn't not want a Season 2, but I just wouldn't watch it. What is my favorite episode of Rant Cafe, and what is my favorite video that I've made? Favorite episode of Rant Cafe, anyone with a bracket. Brackets automatically make any video at least 10 times better, if not more. 100% factual. Favorite video I've ever made. It's actually funny. When you're a creator, it's like all my new videos I think are amazing. All my old videos I think are trash. But at one point in time, my old videos were new videos, and eventually my new videos are going to be old videos. Does that mean my videos now are trash? Or that they're going to be trash? But they don't change. Just my perspective that changes. Fucking a little bit of inception there, but like eventually all my videos now I'm going to think are trash. To recommend you a video, I really enjoyed the one I made on Badass Women last week, or like my last video. I thought it was really good. Didn't do that well, didn't do too hot. I think it deserves more views or at least more appreciation, because I thought it actually turned out really well. But then again, it might be trash. I don't know until 2 months go by. But then for an old video I'd recommend, I made one on the best girls in the 7 Deadly Sins, another bracket. Both of these are brackets anyway. Clearly I'm biased towards brackets, but I thought that was a fucking funny video. I had a lot of fun making it. What are my top least favorite anime characters? Top and least kind of contradict each other there. Whatever. What are my top 5 least favorite anime characters other than Todoroki? Well, okay. Todoroki, Sasuke, Shinji, Sakura. I can't really think of too many off the top of my head, but I guess I got 5 in there. Todoroki again, yeah. Is Nux Taku a superior anime YouTuber? Of course, he's superior to pretty much every anime YouTuber except for me. Have you finished the manga of Food Wars? And what's your opinion on it if I have? I haven't. I read up until the last arc, caught up, and then usually when I catch up the manga, I like to wait for like the arc to finish, and then I binge read it, but then everyone said it was trash and the series ended, and I was so sad because I fucking loved every other part of Food Wars. It's in my top 10 favorite anime and manga of all time. So I figured since the Food Wars anime, like the adaptation really does bring the series to life, and I think it's one of the cases where the anime is actually better than the manga. So I'm like, I might as well wait to like watch this final arc in anime form rather than reading the manga for it. If not, why and when are you gonna read it? I guess I'm not gonna read it. I answered that part of the question. What's my favorite part from your least favorite anime? That I don't know what that means. So what's my favorite part from my least favorite anime that I finished? That's a tough question. I can't really think of my least favorite anime off the top of my head, although I have very mixed feelings towards Bleach. It's a pretty simple and basic bitch answer, but the first 2 arcs of Bleach are fantastic and the rest of the show kind of sucks, and I kind of dislike it, so I guess my favorite part of my least favorite anime could be the Soul Society arc from Bleach. Even the arc prior to the Soul Society arc was actually pretty good as well. That little intro thing. What are my top 5 or 10 anime of all time? I've posted this a lot of times. I'm going to try to remember off the top of my head though. We got One Piece, we got Kenichi the Mighty Disciple, we got Steins Gate, we got Great Teacher Onizuka, we got Hajime no Ippo, we got The Devil's a Part-Timer, No Game No Life, Food Wars, Fullmetal Alchemist, Death Note. Yeah, that's a list of 5 to 10 favorite anime. Last question, can I flex my bicep for you guys? I'm sure. That's the end of the video. Oh my god, look at that fucking pit stain. God damn, it's hot in this room. That's what happens when I have freaking 2 monitors, TV, Xbox, light, camera, all the things going on. Light, camera, action. Alright, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for more. Oh, I gotta shout out my patrons. I want to give a huge thanks to everyone who supports me via Patreon, and if you're watching and want to support me, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to turn this YouTube dream into a reality, like making it full-time and such. A huge thank you to A17FFDP, Beck, Elf Queen Mab, Gink Otaku, Johnny Boy Draws, Kana, Mick Manga, Naze Mazer, Nicholas C. Paget, Nothing But a Fan, Rusty Lee, Shoot Alpha, Siren, Starry Nick, Steelers, The Magikarp Guy, Thought Destroyer, and my highest current patron, Viva the Loser. Thank you so much, everyone, and just like that, I will see you all next time, dudes. Shinpaku.